Right, so Aisha is here. She's going to be taking us through Joy News Interactive. Good evening to you once again, Aisha.
Good evening to you, Israel. And you know it's the most interactive segment around Ghana today. And you know how to join it. It's on facebook.com/joynewsonTV, and on Twitter, it's on Joy News on TV. But let's start with Twitter trends this evening before I let you in what I have for you now. Israel, let's see what's trending.
Right, so the two things that are trending that are of interest to us, or should be of interest to us, that's Kumasi, and then we also have Gambia. So let's go with Kumasi DNA tweets. It's not that people in Kumasi are afraid to go out on the streets. They are all respecting the very traditions that make them strong. So there's been this issue. There's been this directive that people are not supposed to be going out for some hours. It's going to go on till tomorrow morning. And there's all this debate about why is this happening in a democratic dispensation. But yes, there are traditions that are strong and must be respected.
And people must respect
Aigbe Edem tweets, he has a handle, I am Edem, it says in Kumasi now, but not even pure water rubber roaming the streets. My guy, tradition past modern rules. And Jim Jones says, when it's 6:59 p.m. in Kumasi and you're still in traffic. But don't worry, there's no traffic in Kumasi, so it's not going to happen. The MD of Melcom says he's closed down his branches in Kumasi out of respect for the late Queen. But Twitter says
he should be
aggrieved. Okay, I'm not quite getting that one. And then I'm not even in Kumasi, but I'm going to stay indoors all day because the world is
a global
village, you know. Better safe than sorry. And then somewhere in Kumasi, 8:30 p.m. today, when I heard 124 Abrafo shout, "Catch this boy!" Me running away. Okay, let's go to the Gambia, and the Gambia's new president is sworn in as troops enter the country. That's a story we updated you earlier. And there's this tweet that's been, retweeted several times. A very popular one. It says, I'm not going to involve my soldiers in a stupid fight. I love my men. And it's actually by General Usman Baji, who's supposed to be the commanding officer for the Gambian troops. And AFP news agency is also reporting that Senegalese troops have entered the Gambia, according to an army spokesperson. And Efodela is tweeting this one, Wheelbarrow by Bright Akwe. Bright Akwe is a satirist. So here is his image. That's Adama Barrow actually being wheeled. Oh, Adama Barrow wheeling Yaya Jammeh supposedly out of the country. So those are some of the trends on Twitter right now. Gambia and the Kumasi.
Very, very interesting there. But you know that the FDA also intercepted 1 metric ton of expired products last December. Regional Director of the FDA, Samuel Kwachi, described such products as very dangerous for human consumption. The products include soft drinks and hard liquors, drugs, body creams, and food products. And they were also seized from the open market, supermarkets, and pharmacies. Of course, we all look out for a number of things before picking up items from the shelves. So you tell me, what is the first thing you look out for before buying any packaged consumable?
First thing that I check is the expiring date, because that one is very important. You need to check the expiring date to verify whether the year is past or it's a new one. Yeah, because it's all about health. So that's what I've been checking on.
Look out for the expiry date. Yeah, that's the first thing to look out for.
Yeah, especially the expiring date is very important because I can't buy a product and maybe I have to get a product that's the expiring date will be more lasting.
I'll first of all check the expiring date. If the date is cool with me, I'll just go ahead and buy it. Oh, after the expiring date, like I said, if the date is not expired, I'll buy it. All right. And after that, and I have some other stuff to buy, I'll just go ahead and do my shopping and go. I'll check the brand, okay? Because we have a lot of inferior things in the system, so I have to check where or where the product is being brought from. Okay, so.
But Israel, it's interesting. I mean, you need to check whether the brand where it was manufactured from and all of that. But the new thing in town,
No.
people have this stamps for the expiry date. So
they
when the
change
products
them.
expire, they try to clean it and put a new stamp on it, which I think is very risky.
Okay.
I think the FDA should be looking out for those things.
I'd want to go to a shop that I know.
Yes,
that,
and
this is
trust
a shop and trust
that you can get
that
the
they
best
would make sure
from
that
them.
the products they sell in those shops in their shop are very up to date and not expired. So
I think it's
that's
very
the way I'll
important.
go. And
Right.
if you also go to a shop that has stuff moving very quickly, you're likely to end up with expired
getting
stuff.
expired
All
products.
right, on Facebook, Prosper Silencer says, at times we don't check the details because of the rush to get them and consume it, but I believe we must be very careful with these things in the market. It is sheer devilish and wicked to sell expired products to fellow humans. God help us all. Kwesi Boateng says, I normally check the expiry date in some few instances and look out for the country of origin. With drugs, I normally want those from the UK. Then some few instances with food, I look out for the ingredients. Masa, na die, we go die. Faith says, you don't make such open statements like products being dangerous for human consumption. What makes it dangerous? So that the consumer looks out for similar cases in other products. Let us know what the danger was. Rich Brunei says, Master, I no go look for anything before I consume it because God is by my side. Expiry dates.
I'd like to respond to Faith. He wants to know what is dangerous. The FDA seized those products because they were expired, and so that's dangerous. If the product is expired, it's dangerous. Faith.
Papa Kofi says expiry date, of course, and the one that has maybe a year before expiring. Okay, cool. Prince Nuruddin says, indeed, the expiry date should be on your mind and the FDA approval.
And Benford Richmond says, I check the expiry date first and see if the FDA has also approved it. All right, those are some of your messages. Also, the Bank of Ghana is marking its 60th anniversary this year. And as part of its celebration, the central bank is introducing a new 5 Ghana Cedi note with new security features, which will include a sensitive touch to aid the visually impaired to identify the notes. Now, the new notes is expected to be in circulation for March this year. Question I ask, what do you make of this? Is there a need for us to replace the 5 Ghana Cedi notes?
I think if it's because of the blind people that they are doing if it is because of the blind people, I think there's not the need for it, because we have the old one, but the blind people are still using it. So if it is because of them, then I think there's no need for it. But if there's any different reason for it, well, I don't know. But if it's because of them, they are using the old one. So what is the need again?
As to whether we need 5 Ghana Cedi notes, yeah, no, it is not going to serve as an advantage to our physically challenged people, if I may say that, because it then goes to the extent of they having a distinguish between the 5 Cedi and any other currency that they may have. So it means that at the moment they touch or feel that currency, which is the 5 Cedi, they see that it's the 5 Cedi that they are having. So I think it's something that is welcoming. And yes, I think it's something that is welcoming. But as to whether it's a plus, then my question is, what of we that we are okay? Are we also going to use it, or is it going to be separate for them alone?
I don't know if it has any economic value. But if it has an economic value, fine. Otherwise, if it's just for aesthetic purposes or for commemorative purposes, it's also fine. Countries change their notes every now and then. I'm really indifferent. Once you can buy cocoa, Bangkok, I'm okay.
Looking at the previous ones that we have, it's some kind of, I would say, shortage. So if they come up with a new one, it's a good idea.
Well, I don't know the reason why they want us to have a new 5 Ghana Cedi note, but I think that They are the experts, and they have found reasons why they should do that. So if it is coming out with new security settings to help even the blind to be able to, use the currency, I think it's a good thing.
All right. So, Israel, what do you think about this whole 5 cedi argument?
Well, they're doing something for the visually impaired, killing two birds with one stone. The visually impaired, and also commemorating the anniversary.
But do we need it? Because this visually impaired, I think they're already used to what we have in the system.
It's true, though. It's true. I think they pretty much know which currency they're dealing with at any point in time. Kwesi Boateng Ayepo on Facebook says, instead of them to sit down and arrest the city, look at the gymnastics they are coming to put out to create another waste in the system. 60 years, what have they done to make the city strong against the major trading currencies? Bonnie Faith says, it's a good idea. If I had my own way, I will make them use the portraits of all ex-presidents on one side and Anados on the other, and name it 5 Onapo. Arthur Phillips says, ha 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 ha, smart move. Ghana 60, be scared, brethren, be very, very scared. Ben for Richmond says, it's a way of chopping our money. The new government wants to be smart in making money. God will watch them.
Daniel Yaboa says, better things in Kwan. When Nana became president, Bank of Ghana, you do all. I'll flex with the money, Papa. Onapo. Really? And finally, January to most people is a very long month, with some describing it as a month with 60 days. Well, if you did not put in enough measures to survive this month after the festive season, it might be a bit difficult for you to go through till the end of the month. But hey, despite this long wait, we're just finishing hard as we hit the 3rd week already. Great news, right? So tell me, how has it been for you this month and how are you coping?
As the saying goes, we find it difficult in terms of finance or money aspects in the month January. And I'm saying it that is because of what happened maybe last year. If I say last year, the December festival, the program expenditure, if you're a family man or a family member or a head, your expenditure goes high. And so it means that in the year January, you are run out of money. And so you are careful in those things.
We are managing. Look at, for example, we were paid on the 19th December. Up to now, the month has not ended. I've been checking, even next week too, the month is yet to end. So we are praying, borrowing, but as change has come, we are managing.
I won't say that so far so good, but January coming right after the Xmas festivities is not easy because with the coming of January, school reopens and there are bills to be settled, especially school fees. And so I think, yes, January cannot be like any of the other months. But then if you compare it to other months, January is relatively tougher compared to the other months. But I still believe that if you are the kind of person who knows that January normally precedes the Xmas festivities and you put in a lot of planning, you should be able to manage.
Israel, how are you coping?
There was one, well, it's not so bad, it's not that terrible actually.
We've been eating Indomie together. We're managing with Indomie.
Yeah. There's one guy who was yesterday borrowing.
So borrowing.
Way to go. We have Kwesi Boateng Ayepo says, thank God my bankers are working on me now. As for the month of January, I have nothing to tell her. Very dry, full of bills, full of family pressure, and above all, full of dust. February. And Wisdom Cry says, I want President Barrow to borrow me some coins. I can't wait for payday. Ireme says, sometimes I think the date on the calendar is wrong. Like a watch, we should be able to reset the calendar. Red One says, oh, it's not easy. After exhausting all your money on Christmas goodies, the month will surely look like Kumasi Tafogo slow.
And Amas and Super says, month of drama, financial drama, political drama, but it has been well. Of course, those times, I think this this month we've hit the double digit early, because it usually will be on the single digit for a long time. But of course, we are.
There's one there's one comment. Boniface says, "This man, dear, it's like ice cream pa has poured on it."
God will forgive all January bonds. Of course, yes, because it's run very fast. All right, so let's check the video of the day. And this video is a uncut interview of what happened at the Ghana Cedi school feeding clash.
Then the Thursday they came here and come and take all the food, and the motor can go. They go there. Canteen madam not.
Yeah, let's go.
When they come and take it, the pot, the food to go, the canteen madam is well.
The canteen madam did what? So, okay, did they beat you too?
No. When they come, I'm run.
You ran to where?
To go to here.
Where?
Yeah. They take the stone and throw to the job boys is come. They beat sister. Sister is dead. They call it Sister Fusena. Sister Fusena. They took the Sister Fusena kebab. They said that bring the kebab. They said they don't bring the kebab to him. Then the job boys beat the sister, and the sister brothers is come. Then they say that they don't so, and they take the stone and throw it to a drum, and the drum also take the stone and throw. They call the police to come. Then they stop and they go to Henwahu. When they go to Henwahu, the Henwahu is the Henwahu is standing. They not do anything. The Henwahu they come. The Munkma is standing.
I thought she's a final year student. Sure, if your daughter does this, what would you do?
Oh, she won't do this.
Charlie, you go get beaten. So,
yeah.
After all.